Being a perfect tax resident in Italy is so tiring, I know. Rules keep on changing, it's almost impossible to find good information in a foreign language, other than Italian, of course. And the worst thing overall is there are different rates and tax schemes for everything. There is the capital gain tax, social security tax, wealth tax, rental income tax, and so on. We all know that the very first step in order to comply is filing. Whether you are a tax resident of Italy or a tax resident of another country with income generated in Italy, or you have simply assets in Italy, you're ready to take off. Generally speaking, expats in Italy use the modello redditi tax form, a sort of collection of different frameworks, pages to choose from according to your fiscal case, and they're very useful C section in order for you to use any taxes paid abroad as credit. Filing is mandatory. Even if it leads to a zero tax bill at the end, not showing up at all with the Italian agency leaves enough room for them to think all the bad things possible about you, basically giving them the upper hand in terms of audit and penalties. Filing, very often, I might say, goes with paying. Paying is painful. Paying feels like a trade-off between what you're getting from Italy and what you're taking out of your wallet. I'm not here to argue about that, okay? I'll let you decide if the rates here are fair or not. What I'm saying is, once you've filed your taxes and that document, that piece of paper shows a certain number, you must pay it in time, period. The problem with the timing is that every now and then they dictate different deadlines for paying and for filing, so people get confused and do everything together on the very last day, when the deadlines for payments may be already gone. Pay attention to these details, because all of the tax benefits out there, I'm talking about high net worth individuals, flat 100,000, the 7%, just to name a couple, need you to pay in time. And if you don't, more likely you lose the benefit forever. At this point, 99.9% of the people stop worrying. They sleep like a baby over the tax return filing time. Indeed, when it's time for expats to hire someone, they assume that the engagement ends up just by receiving the proof, the evidence of the work done. So, what's the difference between a 10 euros tax return and, I'm kidding of course, a 10,000 tax return service? Nothing. Pages are the same. The output can be the same. Potentially. And I know a lot of you now may lose sleep at night on this, indeed. You can put whatever you want in the Italian tax return. When I started working as an employee, of course, I remember my boss used to give me a spreadsheet to take numbers from. I just copy and paste these numbers, he said. So I had no idea of what I was filing for the client, if those numbers were right or wrong. This is the core, the most crucial step of a tax return, being able anytime to prove the numbers are correct. Not to yourself, not between the client and the professional, but in front of the Italian Agency, the Agenzia delle Entrate. By the law, they have the power to audit 5 to 10 years after you file a tax return. They can ask for documentary evidence, foreign statements, anything they can think of in terms of fiscal and financial related. And whenever you provide numbers that they do not understand, numbers that they find it hard to rely on, or simply information that mismatch between the ones in the records, they go with the assumption that you made a mistake, you or the tax guy if you want. At this point, opinions, Facebook, friends, suggestions, podcast you decide to listen to, everything goes out of the window. You have a limited period of time to prove your tax return, providing low references, past tax trials, international agreements, special clauses provided by, the Vienna Agreement, European Court of Justice rulings, whatever. You cannot build such a massive expertise in just a few weeks. No one can. And there is, to date, no professional out there able to learn so much legal and fiscal rules and regulations in such a short period of time. So preparation is everything. Experience is everything. Being audited It's not a bad thing per se. You have the chance to speak with someone official from the Italian government and feel like you can actually teach them something if you know the matter. Or being audited can be a nightmare when the tax professional you worked on has no idea of how to validate an information, or it doesn't even answer your calls, with the feeling that the agencia is treating you unfairly. You cannot avoid an audit, but you can win one. You can almost predict the outcome the very moment you hire someone.